Hello and welcome. Here we're taking a look at another group of packs from the 1990 Pro Set NFL Series 2 box. So we're going to open these up. We're going to take the packs from right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of them was sliding underneath the back section. But there we go. So we have our packs. And the way it works is up here is our winner's circle. When we take out a good card from a pack, it goes onto the winner's circle and it will stay there until or if a better card comes. The last card standing is going to be our winner of this opening. And then if we find a really good card, it gets the horn. And if we find a really bad card or a disappointing one, it gets the other horn. So with that, let's take our first pack and check out what we've got. In this series, there are a lot of good cards we could find. Some are going to be special inserts, like Santa Claus or a superhero. We can also get some error cards and some other good player cards as well. So you never know what you're going to find. That's the joy of these. And let's see what we got first here with... That's going to be our scratch off. We'll put that and still get it in the end. All right. First off, we have Fred Biletnikoff. Biletnikoff, number 11 of our MVP cards here. And this is a subset of the series. They're their own, I think it's 20 some cards that are in this. And they pretty much highlight MVP moments. There's some pretty valuable ones. For example, this one in a PSA 10 is around $87. So obviously 10s are hard to get, but we will try our best and we'll tuck Fred into a sleeve and give him the best shot at staying in good shape. And then we'll read more about all of these later and see which ones may be worth sending in. You know, likelihood of getting graded, and all those things. But for now, we'll just tuck him in a sleeve. And actually, I think Fred will take our number 1 spot in the winner's circle. There he goes. What's up, Fred? All right. Pro Football Goes International, WLAF, to begin in spring 1991. So, interesting. World League set for a spring debut. So some of these cards in here as well are inserts around games they played around the world and different values of those, as well as this interesting bits of information about where the NFL has actually played over the years. And this one is a common card without too much value, but pretty cool to even see that and know that that is in there. Ken Clark, card number 751, and rookie card, though a common card. We've got Wendell Davis of the Bears, card number 727. And this one's going to be rookie card, but also $18 in a grade 9. So I don't know if that is just somebody got it graded and sold it or what that may be, but we'll keep this for now in our comment pile. Kevin Haverdink, 742. And that's going to have 2 different variations. One is an error card, one is a regular card. The error card is if on the back, which we are on, he has number 74. Let's check. This is obviously the front, and so his number right there is 70. And I think this is the issue or the error right here. If we have number 74 on the back, which we do. So that's pretty cool. We'll put this in a pile of our errors. It's not showing as a wild value right now, but you never know. And we'll dive more into that later. But very cool to find an error card. Next up, we have Dennis Smith, 491. And let's check out what's going on there. Common card. The safety from the Broncos. Tom Thayer, 448 from the Bears. This one is showing as a $92 card and a PSA 10. So that's potential there. Let's tuck him into a sleeve. And I'm not sure if these values I'm pulling from Sports Card Pro. I'm not sure if they are current or recent. I've read that they project some, so I don't know if this is a projected one, but maybe it's just a valuable card. So we'll sleeve him for now and check him out later. And next up, Tim McKayer, 561 of the Miami Dolphins. And around $1.08 common card. Next up, we have Cedric Jones, 579 of the Patriots. And this is going to be a common card as well. And if you notice, this pack is a little curved. So I don't think that would be too big of a deal if we pull something amazing. But just interesting how different packs come out in different ways. Anthony Bell, number 613. And common card there. And Dave Brown, number 449 of the Packers. And common card there. And then we've got, let's see, is that, yeah, thought that was in focus. All right, Rich Gannon, quarterback of the Vikings, number 568. And he's around, $40 in a PSA 10. This is his rookie card. So let's check it out and see how the front looks. And looks like it's in pretty good shape. So let's tuck this in his sleeve and we'll investigate more later on condition and grading and things like that. All right, right in. And Gerald Williams, number 625. 625. It's around $1 common card. Then we've got Jackie Slater, 417 on the Rams. Common card there. And then we have Odessa Turner, card 599. And I believe these are from the Pro Bowl that year. No, maybe not. So regular card, wide receiver on the Giants. So there we go. All right, here's our scratch off and pack number 2. Let's go. Let's get it going. All right. We have Terry Bradshaw, inducted into the Football Hall of Fame 1989. This is the 1990 card series and his MVP collectible, card number 13 from that subset. And I think this has some value to it. I think a lot of the subset cards do, in a high grade, of course. And so we will see about keeping these in good shape and then checking all those out. So I'm going to put the, we'll tuck this into a sleeve. We don't want to get sleeve happy and do everything, but Terry, I think he deserves a sleeve. There we go. And we'll add him to our wheel. Maybe Terry overtakes Fred in our champion position right now. All right, Alan Vaingrad, number 502. And for a value there, we're looking at, it shows around $19 for a PSA 9. And so I'm not sure if that's a one-off. I don't see a lot for the 10s. But let's see what we get next. So, Robert Awalt, 479. And he's a 99-cent common. Let me see if the focus is coming through. There we go. I think that'll make it a little easier. Junior Seau, 673. Here we go. So here's a rookie card of the famous Junior Seau in a PSA 10. It's worth around $75. Certainly hard to get 10s, but this is a great card, looking very smooth. We're going to put this right into our sleeve and investigate it more and see if maybe it's a candidate for grading. I'm not sure though. If you notice right here, there's a little white mark from the printing. And it's not dust, it's from the printing. So this may not be a 10. Either way, I think it is an excellent card. And here we go. Great pack so far. Tony Bennett, 686. Let's keep it going. What do you got for us? It's his rookie card, common card. So we'll keep on going from there. Chet Brooks, 636. Common card as well from the 49ers. Tim Green, linebacker from the Falcons, 430. And he's showing around $1.49 for his common card. Ed Reynolds, 582. And he's coming up around $1.26, the Patriots linebacker. Jay Schroeder, quarterback from the Raiders, 548. And he's a common at around $1.65. We don't want to get too many cards out here. Brian Brennan, 470, wide receiver for the Browns. He's around $1.33. Tim Crumry, 466 on the Bengals. Around $1.14 common. And next up, Joe Jacoby, 664 on the Redskins. And let's see what we've got there. Around $1.63. And Kirk Loudermilk, 572 on the Vikings. 99-cent common. And Tom Newberry on the Rams, 410. He's showing around $1 for the common. And then, yeah, see the Pro Bowl cards that usually are at the end. And then here we have Dave Meggett on the Giants, 406. And that's around a common. I guess the Pro Bowl cards are those 400 numbers. And our scratcher. Into our next pack as we are cruising along. Let's see what we've got. All right. So our Super Bowl MVP is this cool Harvey Martin Randy White card, number 12 of the MVP series. And let's check on the value of that subset here. And we're looking at around $32 in a PSA 10. So we're going to add that to our MVP pile, and then we'll check out those cards, potentially making subsets later. Chris Carter, 571 of the Vikings. And results are in around $1.19 common card. Howard Ballard, 725 of the Bills. So it shows him as a $27 grade 9. So, but I don't see anything in a 10, which means maybe somebody bought a 9 and had it graded. And so we'll put it in our comments for now. But Robert Blackman, 703 of the Seahawks. It's his rookie card, coming in around $1. Now hopefully we start finding some big cards, some error cards. Jeff Uhlenhake, 737 of the Miami Dolphins. Let's see what we have here. It's his rookie card, coming in around $1.29. And Mel Gray of the Lions, 497. And $1.18 rookie card for Mel. Gerald McNeil, $5.15 on the Oilers. And he's around 34 cents for the common. And Johnny Rembert, 581 of the Patriots. Common card as well. So come on, we'd be looking for something good. We've been pretty quiet. Marcus Allen, 538. Let's see how this is going to go. All right. $18 as a PSA 10, 15 as a 9. Great player. So let's put him in our check it out a little more pile. And Ricky Reynolds, 658 of the Buccaneers. $1.12 common. Mike Webster, 537 of the Chiefs. And looking at around $1 common there as well. So let's keep these together. We don't want to show too much too soon. Tunch Ilkin, 623. And common card there. And then we've got Don Warren of the Redskins, 667. Common card. And John Robinson of the Rams, 426. And common card there. I wonder if I put these on the edge, if I can then more easily pick them up. I think so. All right, we're going to practice that. Sterling Sharp, 415 of the Packers. It's around $1 common. And here we have our scratcher. And then next pack coming right up. All right. Our MVP collectible is Marcus Allen of the Raiders, number 18 of that subset. And the value there is currently looking like around $36 in a 10. So we'll put that in our MVP collectible pile. And second place color feature, Chris Boyd, UPI Detroit, card number 794. This seems to be another kind of subset of different events. And this one, I think on the front, it does. It's got Barry Sanders. Here we go. It's got around $60 to $90 PSA 10 value because of this gentleman here. So we're going to tuck this in a sleeve and be thankful that we're starting to get some good cards coming through. And that's the fun. So we'll see what comes next. And even with some of the error cards, there are some interesting errors in there, some interesting backstories. So for now, I think let's put Barry on our winner's circle. I think he's on top. Eric Moore, number 744. And all right, this card I believe has an error. There is a Pro Set Prospect stripe and there is a non-Pro Set Prospect stripe. It'll be on the front. So let's do the reveal and see what may be there. There is no prospect stripe, so this is the error card. And there isn't a huge amount of value, maybe a couple bucks, but we'll put this in our error card pile because it's pretty cool to find them. And I'm sure somebody would like to get a bunch of error cards, or maybe even I'll collect the error cards and try to get a full set of errors, if that is such a thing. If not, maybe we'll make it a thing. 687, Darrell Thompson of the Green Bay Packers. And his rookie card coming in at around $1.40. I'm going to try this edge approach here to see if it makes it easier to lift them up without touching all the rest beneath it. I think it'll work. James Williams, 684 of the Bills. And rookie card, $1.24. Nothing too wild there. Steve Walsh of the Cowboys, number 484. And around $1.57 ungraded. It shows a $25 as a graded card. I think he was also traded to the New Orleans Saints. So I don't know if this does have a lot of value, if there are a lot of PS10s, but we'll put it in our check it out more pile. Jeff Herrod, 524 of the Colts. Nothing big there in terms of value, but definitely a cool card. Reggie Roby, 563 of the Dolphins. Around $1.89 common card. Max Montoya, 547 of the Raiders. And we have around $1.04 for Max. Something, what's under him? All right. We got Eugene Marv, 656 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And around $1.39 common card there. Chris Spielman, 419 of the Lions. And $1.66 common. It's a Pro Bowl card right there. So I guess they're kind of throughout the set or throughout the packs, not always towards the end. Ray Berry, 566. Around $1.30 common card. Leroy Horde, 714 of the Browns. Rookie card, no less, around $1.65. I think, is this focusing? Yes, it is. All right, cool. Jeff Hostetler, awesome, 596 of the Giants. Let's see how this is doing these days. All right, around $86 as a 10. We got one. We're pulling him, and it's the last card in the set. That's a really nice looking card, too. Nice border on the top, on the bottom. All right. Let's sleeve this one up. But as you know, the drop off is large. The PSA 9 is around $30, and anything below that starts to drop a lot. So who knows if we got something, but for now, cool card, cool player, and we'll keep searching packs. So there we go. We have our scratch off here, and on to the next pack. We're almost halfway through. This is our midway point. So from here, we'll be cruising even further. And let's see what we've got in this pack. I'm hoping for a superhero. I'm hoping for a Santa or a really good rookie card. Richard Dent of the Bears, number 20 of that subset. Actually, let me look at these subset prices all together. This one's around $40 and a 10. Let's see all of them. See who's the most expensive. Then maybe we can keep an eye out just for those. We'll keep all the rest, but the ones that really need to be tucked away. There's actually a bunch. Franco Harris, Joe Namath, Jake Scott. So, all right. We'll keep searching through them. And I see around 22, it looks like 24 total cards in this subset. So we'll put him in our MVP pile. And the Raiders stay in LA. Davis announces Coliseum Accord. I believe this is going to be 786. I think this is a good one. It is. All right. This is looked at as the Al Davis rookie card, so to speak, ranging from 60 to around 110, of course, in a high grade. But either way, a pretty cool pull. I wouldn't have guessed otherwise. So there we go. The little cards that you don't know that may be more than we think. Trying not to mess up this corner here and just slide it in. There we go. So pretty cool. I think Barry Sanders is still going to be our winner, but let's go. Here we've got the American Bowl in London, card number 781. And it's going to be around $1.17 common card. Let me do this edge push again. And maybe make this a little easier to slide these out. All right. 752, Gary Lewis. $1.56. Ray Agnew, 678. And we'll see what comes up for him. It's his rookie card, around $1.32. Sean Jones, 512. And 64 cents. William Fuller, 510. That's 2 numbers away from the last card. And teammates. Also common card, around $1.12. John Offerdahl, 562. I believe we've seen him earlier. $1.39, common card. Mike Munchak, 518. And he's around 99 cents for the common. Raymond Claiborne, 471. 50 cents. All right, come on, something big. We want something big. Thomas Everett, 622. Around $1.22. All right. 622 is his number. $1.22 is the value. That's consistency for you. Thanks, Thomas. Alfred Anderson, 565. And he's around $1.28. It's a cool shot. And Trace Armstrong, 446. $1.99 common. And Rich Camarillo of the Cardinals, 383. This is a common card as well. And Mark Bavaro, 592 of the New York Giants. $1.78 common. And scratcher. And the next pack. All right, so what do you want to see in here? What do you think we got coming out? Is it going to be big, an insert, a player, an error, nothing? Could be any of those, a mix of them, but it'll be something, no matter what. It'll be something. Len Dawson of the Chiefs. Is this one of the valuable cards of this subset? It is around $90 in a PSA 10. So let's sleeve it up, and we'll sleeve it for later and then check more out about it. All right, there we go. Stan Humphries, 668 of the Redskins. Around $1.23 common card. There we go. Eric Andolsik, 731 of the Lions. It's his rookie card, around $1.59 common. Whoa. Let's get these all lined up. Keith Sims, 708. And showing him around $85 in a PSA 10. That could be pretty cool. Could be just the numbers they're pulling in aren't accurate, but either way, let's sleeve them up. There we go. And we'll check out more later. Percy Snow, 681. Rookie card. Common card. Robert Clark, 494. And let's see, he's around 60 cents for the common. Greg Rakosi, 476 of the Browns. $1.67. And Jeff Cross, 557 of the Dolphins. There's $1.45 in there. Warren Moon, all right, 517 of the Oilers. And we're showing around $25 as a 10. So we'll put him in our above average pile and check out some more on that. Clay Matthews, 474. We may have seen him today. $1.15 common. And Steve Young, all right, quarterback, card 645. And this one is around $50 in a PSA 10. So let's give him the horn. Always great to pull Steve Young out of a pack. He's a timeless player, of course. And we're going to try to keep him in good shape. So he may, wow, this is actually looking really, really good. The edges are good, the corners are good, the surface is flawless. So now we just got to get it in the sleeve, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a good Steve Young card. All right. There we go. That's pretty clean. That's really clean. I think Steve's going to overtake our Barry for right now, but I'm excited about this one. We'll see how it goes, but he may be our one candidate for a 10. Moving on to Todd Bowles, 661. And interesting, I think previously I pulled the Steve Young, and right behind him was the Todd Bowles. And this one can be $80 in a PSA 10. So we got two really good cards back to back, and colors are good. Edges are really good on this one. Let's gently put them in the sleeve. All right. Very cool. Very, very cool pack. Two big ones in a row. Can Ken Stills follow it up at 574? Looking like a common here. And Mike Singletary of the Bears, 416. Around $15 in a PSA 10. So we'll put him in our other pile here. Otis Anderson, 591. Around $1.50 common. And that's this set, or this pack. All right, a couple left. And looking for, let's get a superhero. We have not pulled a superhero insert yet. That was unique to Series 2 of the 1990 set. Let's root for that. Whoa, here's a cool looking one. It's the Jerry Rice MVP collectible. And that is in that subset. But let's see where his specific card rests. Around $63 in a PSA 10. So a little above the others. Obviously, Jerry Rice, one of the all-time greats. So let's pop him out. And he's looking really clean. Surface is clean. Edges are clean. Wow. This is a really, really good one. Let's get him in the sleeve and keep it looking good. All right, he's in. There we go. That's a really, really clean looking card too. So put that in our pile. Blair Thomas, 670. And let's see what we've got here. All right, rookie card, but it's showing as a PSA 10 of around $90. So this may be just one I'm not familiar with, or maybe the date is off, but either way, it looks really, really clean. I think we got some nice packs with some very well maintained cards. So we're going to go real gentle in here and check out more about Blair Thomas later. Mark Vlasic, 634. Common card there at around 99 cents. And then we got Willis Pagese, 735. Rookie card at around $1.19. And up next, Darian Connor, 696 with the Falcons. And it's around $1.19. And let's check out what we've got next. Kevin Glover, 496 of the Lions. All right, this one has an error card. The back says C and G if there's an error. And if we look right here, the back of our card has the C and the G. So if it doesn't have the error, it'll just have the C. So that's pretty cool. The value doesn't seem crazy, but let's put it in our error pile, and we'll do more with that. 534 for Kevin Ross. Around $1.49 common. Andre Rison, 434. Around $1.50 as a common. Christian Okoye, 532. Around $1.30 as a common there. And we've got Joe Wolf, 620. And he's around $2.27 as a common, so must be some folks looking for Joe Wolf. Bubba Paris, 641. Coming through around $1.39. And Jeff Bostic on the Redskins, 660. $1.21. Hassan Jones, 570 of the Vikings. Around $1.27. And Neil Anderson of the Bears, 380. And then we've got Frank Reich of the Bills, 441. And he's around $1.47 common. Cool card though, nice action. Got a scratcher here. And our next pack. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what we've got. All right. Here we have card number 24, Joe Montana of the MVP collectible subset. And that card is going to be up around $50 for a PSA 10. Looking at it, it's in really good shape. So let's put this in a sleeve. You never know. Something may be good enough for a 10. So for now, let's protect it as if it is. And maybe it will be. Cool. Ron Stallworth, number 604. Let's move these over. All right. 604, Ron Stallworth. And it's around $1.46 rookie card there. Anthony Thompson and the Cardinals, number 700. Nice even number. And it's his rookie card. Oh, there's another one under it. So nothing too crazy. It shows a PSA 10 of $25, but I don't know if that's an outlier or what. Greg McMurtry, 740. And we have around a $1.25 common there. Frank Stamms, 736 of the Rams. Great name to go with a great team. Rookie card, around $1.26. Danny Stubbs, 483. Let's see where that's going. All right, error on the front says 66 and the back says 96. So we could see here that on the back of the card we have 96 as the number. And then if we go to the front, his jersey should say 66, and there we go. So we have an error card. It's not showing as a huge value, but we'll put it in our error card pile. And then check in next with Andy Heck, 647, and see how things are going his way. Around 99-cent common there. Steve Pelor, quarterback of the Chiefs, card 533. And it's around $1.25. And next one up is Rodney Holman, 464. And this is showing around $86 in a PSA 10. So that's pretty cool. We'll do a little more investigating into that. But colors look really good. Edges look mostly good. There's a little whitening on one corner on the bottom left. But we'll investigate more and see what's going on there. Randy Grimes, 654. He's coming in around $1.99. And we got Jerry Holmes, even 500. It's a good card number, 98 cents. And we've got Dermonte Dawson, 621 of the Steelers. And we've got around $1.44 common. What is that? Oh, Matt Millen is below. I thought maybe it was a superhero, maybe a Santa. I saw that red. 640. Let's see how that's going. $1.25. And Ron Wolfley with the Cardinals, 424. And common card there. And then Will Wolford. All right, we got a couple Wolf last names back to back. That's kind of cool. And card 445. And he's coming in around $1.38. So that brings us to our scratcher and the last pack of this stack. So let's open up the bottom, see what we've got, and pull out, hopefully, a rare insert. That's what I'm looking for. Fingers are crossed. We want the superhero. I've never seen one, never pulled one. That would be awesome. Franco Harris of the Steelers, number 9. And this one's showing around $106 in a PSA 10. I think the most valuable of this MVP subset. So it's looking really, really good. I don't know if it would count for a 10, but we're going to preserve it as best we can and then evaluate later on if we want to do that. There's got to be like a good way to tuck these in. I need to get better at it. I feel like they may nick them a little bit, to be honest. I think that may have nicked it. We'll have to see, but we'll check. We'll check on what to do and how to do it. It almost feels like on the card. I'm actually curious. I want to look at this. There's a little something on the card right down here. All right, who knows? Maybe it's, I think it's on the inside of this sleeve. So this sleeve is going right in the trash. It was a new sleeve, but let's do this again. And keep this. There we go. That's a lot better. Yep, it looks a lot better than it did before. Okay, so that was on the sleeves. The card is still looking pretty nice. Reggie Rembert, 697. Let's see what we've got here. Rookie card, around $1.59. And Alex Gordon, 603. Around $1 card there as well. Houston Hoover, 724. Around $1.57 for this rookie card. Keith McKellar, 726. Around $1.12. Dennis McKinnon, 480. And there's two. There's an error on the front. Would be 81 and the back says 85. So right here we have 85 on the back, and let's see what is on the front. All right, there's his 81. So this is the error card. Pretty cool. Let's tuck it in the error card pile and check out Brian Blades, 646 and 99 cent right there. Derek Thomas, number 536. And this one's pretty cool, around $65 for a PSA 10. So let's give him the horn. And this card looks flawless, like literally flawless. So I'm going to be real gentle in the sleeve and see how we can get that going. There we go. Maybe I figured out the best sleeving method, because that was literally a perfect slide in. So very cool on that one. Bruce Kozerski, 465. Let's see what we got here. And wow, it shows around $75 in a PSA 10. So again, beautiful card here. No flaws that I could see. Very smooth surface, even corners, even edges. I think we got a good few packs here. There we go. I think that's the way to get these in. Broderick Thomas, 659. 17 cents. A common there. Jerry Holmes at 500. We just checked him. I believe it was a common, but there have been some ones I wouldn't recognize that end up being potentially valuable, so I'm going to double check until I remember. But for sure, just around 85 cents. Reggie Rutland, 573. Around 99 cents here. Brent Jones, 639. And showing around $23 PSA 10. So we'll put him in our check it out more pile. And Luis Sharp, 414. And around $1.50 for that one. And Myron Guyton, 595. And he's around $1.29. And that rounds out our last pack, our last scratcher. All right. So let's check out what we've got. I think in our big keeper pile, we got a couple really good ones. We have some of the big names. You know, we're going to have our Franco Harris up here. We're going to have Joe Montana, the Super Bowl MVP, one there. We're going to have our Jerry Rice one. We got our Todd Bowles, our Barry Sanders. And let's pull, I think, Steve Young right down from our winner's circle there. And overall, really good pull. I think we got a lot in here, you know, like these we're going to have to look more into and see, you know, what may be worth what, verify some pricing, look at conditions, but we'll do that another time, another day. But right now, really cool to pull these cards. We got a Barry Sanders, we got a Steve Young, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you had fun, learned a couple things, and there you have it. Until next time.